of this aircraft. Even if you're a regular traveler, please take note of this important safety feature.
Alright, so I'm finally at the Tambo airport, I think it's called. Yeah, because I finally landed in Johannesburg, South Africa. And now I'm just waiting for my suitcase. I have to pick up my suitcase, and because, oh my god, it's so freezing. As soon as I walked into the airport, it's freezing, so I can't even imagine what it's like outside. And I think I remember checking the weather, and it was like probably less than 10 degrees or something, so it's really, really cold. So I'll have to just, might as well just go to a hotel and get a little bit of sleep, and then explore a bit around Johannesburg while I can. So so I'm still in Johannesburg airport right now. It's pretty much 7:45, but because the thing is, I wanted to actually, I can't even get the zipper. I wanted to actually leave the airport as soon as possible, but because I wasted so much time at the airport, because it turns out I got 3 boarding passes from Kinshasa, which takes me all the way to Melbourne. But the thing is, because I was flying with multiple airlines during those trips, so I thought I still had to collect my check-in bag and then check in again when I have to leave Johannesburg. But they said no, your bag just goes all the way through, which, gee, I wish I knew that before I waited all this time for no reason at the baggage carousel. But yeah. So anyways, I just want to get some food, and then I might just see if I can find a hotel with vacancy and just get a little bit of sleep, and then explore throughout Johannesburg city, and then go back to the airport. Because my flight is in about because it's about 10 p.m. my flight, and then I have to check in 3 hours early, so 7 p.m. So I still have about maybe about 10 hours maybe. So yeah, and it's at this fast food restaurant called Steers, which I've never even heard of before. I was looking for McDonald's and things like that, but I couldn't find them I couldn't find it. Maybe they don't have it, I don't know. Guess what? I finally found a Congolese flag. I couldn't find a Congolese flag anywhere when I was in Kinshasa. But then when I arrived at Johannesburg airport, I found it. So it's good. I can keep this as a souvenir for when I travel to Kinshasa and Johannesburg, because obviously that's a Congolese flag, but I got it in South Africa. It's okay, it's not the best, but it's okay. But the burger's incredible. Wow, this burger's fantastic. Oh my god, I finished the burger, but I forgot about the sachet of barbecue sauce. Because the barbecue sauce is really nice, but I didn't even know there were sachets in it. Oh well.
Kenya?
No, Kinshasa, Congo.
Congo?
Yeah.
Oh, Congo. Especially when you drive behind them. You can stop here. Offload people or pick up people. Just stop. He doesn't care if you are coming behind him or what. Just stop. You see, look this one.
Yeah.
Just stop there. Just stop because they're going near the road. Just stop in the middle of the road. So when you're coming behind him, you'll wait if the other car coming.
Oh.
Even the police they are tired of them, so they just leave them.
But the traffic is good. It's not busy.
It's busy, but weekend.
Oh,
like
weekend,
this, yeah,
oh.
it's better to see it. It's not too much. But during the week, Monday to Friday.
Oh, here it is, dope stick. Alright, good morning, or afternoon I should say. I actually slept at I think 7 a.m. and woke up, yeah, just at 12 p.m. And yes, South Africa's, oh my god, because in the morning it was freezing cold. Like, I had the heater on, right here, I had the heater on the whole time. But now I woke up and then it became super hot in this room. So I don't know, because yeah, it was freezing cold in the morning, probably maybe 10 degrees or even less. But now, as of right now, it's 19 degrees, soon to be 20 degrees Celsius in Kempton Park. That's what it's called. Yeah, I didn't know this room would be like a furnace in here, because check this out. So here, you literally have these windows, but they're not even closed all the way. So I just assumed a lot of cold air would still come in here, but I don't know. Oh yeah, and for some reason, this heater, it always turns on and off and on and off and on and off. I just will turn it off now. Yeah, because in the beginning the window was like this. All the windows in this room were like this, but then when I close it, it doesn't actually close. Oh my god. But yeah, actually, I don't know. I gotta say that this hotel, I mean, it's not actually a hotel, it's a guest house, but this room's actually not too bad. It is pretty small, but that's the idea. It's very simple. And it costed me 800 South African rands, which is 70 Australian dollars, which, yeah, it is a lot, because I've had much cheaper, especially in Istanbul. Yeah, because it's the cheapest one I could find, because all the other hotels that were so close to the airport in Johannesburg, they're so expensive. They would charge like maybe 2,500 rands or something, which is absolutely ridiculous. Oh look, nice beautiful artwork here. I didn't even notice. Anyways, yeah, and there was this one South African guy who was helping me, and yeah, because he was just guiding me on like the hotel that I should get, and he arranged the free shuttle for me, and he said the shuttle was free when I get back to the airport, which is really nice. Like, at first I thought, oh, maybe it's not, really, maybe he's just exaggerating. Maybe it's not actually free. But no, it was. I didn't pay a thing. And because he was helping me out and all that sort of stuff, like, I could tell that he wanted something from me. And he did ask for money, but I was happy to pay him, because honestly, without him, I wouldn't have heard of this guest house. And yeah, I wouldn't have stayed here, which meant I would have had to pay a lot more money to stay at a different airport hotel. Because paying for this hotel room, on top of tipping that guy at the airport who organized everything for me at the same time, it's still much, much cheaper than paying for another airport hotel. Like, I'm not going to spend thousands of rands on an airport hotel room. Like, come on. And yes, I'm still wearing this shirt. I've had this shirt on since probably the last day, or maybe even second last day, when I was in Kinshasa. But yeah, look at this. I can't believe I have a Congolese flag now. And this one costed, I think, 620 or 800 rand, I can't remember. But yeah. It's pretty expensive for a flag, but I get that it's a souvenir. And this one I got at the airport, of course. So I didn't bother buying a South African flag, because, I bought this flag because obviously I've been to Kinshasa, but I would know that I got this one in South Africa. So yeah. And it's even got like this base, so it's like an actual pole. A flag pole. And I really love how this mirror, this door, and this table in particular, this one right here, it's all made of natural wood. It's all natural wood. I absolutely love it. And it's not even because like that's how natural it is. Like check this out. Like for example, look at this. So this is the water bottle and then like, oh, it doesn't work now. But when the bottle was full, it would always go boop, 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 like that. Because it was uneven. And the carpet's alright. I really love how this room is so simple, yet it looks so nice and modern at the same time. Look at this. Nice headrest. This is... Oh yeah, because I thought it was metal, but it's not metal. But yeah, it looks like it, but it's not. But oh my god, the bedside drawer, bedside table right next to it, all made of natural wood, and it's attached to the wall. Wow, and look at this, and even this big light bulb dangling down. It's like some kind of, I don't know, homemade chandelier or something like that. Although they're actually on both sides of the bed, so I think they're supposed to be lamps. But yeah, it's how cool is that? Yeah, and I'm loving the artificial plant decoration as well. Very, very nice. Wow, even the toilet roll dispenser. It's all natural wood. And it's got 2 rusty screws in it. Look at that. And even this one with a cup on it. So it's like some kind of holder or something below the mirror. And even that's made out of wood. Yes, let's go. It's the simple things that I really like about this. And yeah, like I said, this isn't actually a hotel. This is more of a guest house. But yeah, it kind of looks like a caravan park to me or something like that in Australia. But look at the plants. Oh my god, the trees everywhere. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go out and explore Johannesburg. I don't know what the taxi prices are here, but I'll just have to find out. Alright, and just one more thing really quick. I want to finally try the blueberry ice cream flavored cream Oreos that I got from Kinshasa. Because I've been waiting to do this, and now I think it's a good time. Oh crap, dropped a bit of it on myself. So yeah, it's got purple filling in it. Oh crap. And I thought I might as well have some tea with it. I didn't even actually have the filling, but I can already taste the flavor. Oh. Wait. Purple filling. Oh yeah, I can taste the blueberry. I don't know why it feels minty for me. It feels like a minty blueberry or something. I don't know. I'll just dip it here. Oh, that's good. That's delicious. It doesn't actually feel like I'm having blueberry ice cream. It kind of feels like I'm tasting... It tastes more like a blueberry flavored gum or something. It kind of tastes more like blueberry gum than blueberry ice cream. Yeah, I think the best way to describe the taste of the blueberry ice cream flavored Oreo, the so-called ice cream taste, is actually, I think because the lingering taste inside your mouth, it kind of feels like toothpaste when you put toothpaste inside your mouth and it's got that lingering effect. That Oreo flavor has got the exact same effect. Yeah, so I've had Oreo and tea because I wanted to have that right before I go outside, because I've already slept through most of the morning during my 16-hour layover in Johannesburg, South Africa. So yeah, I decided to head to the nearest shopping centre in Kempton Park. Normally I would say bon appetit, but I'm no longer in Congo. Wow. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have more of this stuff when I'm on the plane and they serve cups of tea, and when I get back home. I bought lots and lots of Oreos. These ones in particular. Yeah, it says ice cream, but I don't know. It doesn't taste like ice cream. It tastes like, I don't know, gum or something. But still, it's really good. It was delicious. So yeah, that's my room behind me. Or maybe it is made out of metal, I don't know. But yeah, it's a wooden door. Yeah, because it kind of is like a mini house or mini caravan. It's like a caravan park or something that I'm in right now. And yes, I love the style of the old-timey key. Feels like you're in an RPG game or something. Oh, and I didn't even know there was a an outdoor bench. Oh, I could have sat and had my tea outside. Yeah, despite how old it looks on the outside, it looks so much better on the inside. I might just go out and explore. Might have to check the taxi prices first because I've got no idea. Alright, so I didn't actually use the taxi. I used the guest house shuttle, but I had to pay for it this time because this time I was actually going to go somewhere and I just wanted to go to the nearest shopping center. So yeah, I'm going to make another video about it. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.